Ladies talking. Welcome to Feminine, the world of lifestyle, entertainment, relationship, beauty, fashion, family, and home care, plus exciting interviews. You name it. Tune in 1 p.m. every Tuesday. It's a woman's world indeed. Feminine, it's Ladies Talking Tuesday.
All right, good afternoon. Welcome to Ladies Talking Tuesday on Magic 102.9 FM. And I am Ruth Ohams, your radio homegirl. And it's so exciting to be with you on this amazing Tuesday afternoon. And we have something very important to talk about. It's about, there is a saying that it is very hard to see successful career women also become successful mothers at home. It is one thing to be a successful career woman, and another thing to be a wife, running the two together, balancing the two together, making sure that you are not lacking at home and you are not lacking at the office. You come to the office, you do your work like a professional, your boss is happy with you, your colleagues are happy with you. I would say, oh, because she's a married woman, she can't really, she can't really do this, or because she's a married woman, oh, let's, like this sentiment and attachment. Oh, she's married, so she can't really do everything she could do when she was a single lady, and that's why you see some positions go to, the single ladies. Let's say, oh, she's agile, she doesn't have any worry. How can women who are married, who have kids, combine, the task and the stress that comes with being a homemaker, the Proverbs 31 woman, and also being a good career woman? Let's say she's on top of her game, she's a manager, she's doing well, she's all that, and yet to see her kids well trained, not lacking in anything, they are well taken care of, they are not mannerless, they are amazing, they are just everywhere. Is it possible to have such a woman? Yes, it is. I'm telling you, I've seen women who are like that. And on this show, our guests are going to be talking to you about how a woman can balance life and home. Business, career, and still be a good mother. Okay, we have right here in the studio Obilo Grace Cleves Ebubechukwu. She is a woman and girl child advocate, assistant program officer, Vivacious Development Initiative, and Southeast representative, Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria. Who you are? Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And of course, I've got with me an amazing woman. I call her amazing woman because this woman is a typical example of you can balance life. And I mean, sometimes she actually inspires me, but she doesn't know. Yeah, yeah. Grace inspires me to seeing a young lady who is, aspiring. She's a career woman and she still has time for other things. I've got with me Mrs. Glory Olomachi Okechukwu. She is a convener of the Blissful Homemakers International, which is a single and married fellowship. She organizes seminar in single and married people, for single and married people every first and second Mondays of the month. Yeah, and you can get her at All Ngwa Cultural Organization at number 1 Ikotekmene Road, Aba, Abia State. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Okay, so let's get to what we have this afternoon. All right. Today we are looking at balancing life, but let's start from who is a career woman. Let me start with you. I think one day we should take our time to also discuss the virtuous woman too, because today while coming to work, I heard some men saying, "Do we even have virtuous men these days?" And I was wondering, what do you mean that term, virtuous woman? I think it's high time we discussed it on the show. Who is a virtuous woman? Because some people think a virtuous woman is a woman who can suffer. what this generation terms understanding girlfriend. Yeah. So what do you really what do you really mean by virtuous woman? The woman you don't give money but you give her like say 500 naira and she manages the home with the 500. I want to know because right on the show I think I'm going to also be including Reverend and men to be involved. Let's know from them who a virtuous woman is because I don't to hear virtuous woman. I want to know who. Let me know if I'm a virtuous woman. I've been getting it all wrong. But anyways, let's get to the topic of today. So, my glory, who is a career woman?
Thank you. I would say that a career woman is a term which describes a woman who considers her job and success in life to be very important in her life. That is a working class woman, a woman who has something that she cherishes to do to help the family. And also, if you want to talk about a career woman, it's an occupation undertaken for a period of a person's life and then with opportunities to getting progress. So a woman is embarking in this occupation, in this career for her to make progress in order to help her family. So that's who a career woman is.
All right. So, Grace, who is a career woman?
Okay, a career woman is a woman who puts her professional advancement first. She puts her development first. Anything that concerns her work and her chosen field, she puts it first before every other thing. And she gives it a significant time and attention. Like her profession, her goals comes first before every other thing, before every other person. And this woman makes progress from time to time. This woman goes for development courses or strategies that will help her become a better version of herself. So this is who a career woman is.
All right. So, is it possible to have a woman who is a career woman and also a homemaker? Is it possible to? Before we get that, what are the challenges that career women face in the modern world before we get to balancing the whole life and work?
Yes, they face a lot of challenges. Number one of them is maintaining work-life balance.
Oh, okay.
Because you cannot be here and be there.
Yeah.
You can't be there and also be here.
Yes.
So for you to balance this thing is a very big challenge. Sometimes when you don't have a good support, when you don't have a helping hand, some of our husbands don't, really help. There are some men who cannot help you do anything. They can't even pick a pin in the house. Are you getting it? So it's so challenging to balance your work and all that. But if you are lucky to get one who helps you, maybe before you could come back, he's back before you, he has done one or two, you can balance it. But it's a challenge. It's very, very challenging. So another thing there is lack of time. When you are working, if your work is so tasking, you spend more of your life, of your time in the office, it will be so challenging for you to balance the two. But then we can still, bring out a little time to do one or two. So another thing there is feeling of guilt. When you feel you don't get it rightly, you are not doing what you're supposed to do in the house, you are not, getting it rightly, you don't take care of your children. Where is my children at this particular moment? Where is my husband? Yeah, is there food in the house? Who knows whether this has finished and that, there will be this guilt that you are not really getting what you want to do the way you want to do it. Another challenge is managing household as well as your job. Sometimes our job can be very, very hectic, that by the time you finish what you are having in the office, you'll be exhausted. Coming home, you see yourself being so tired that you can't even help yourself. So it's so challenging. It's so challenging and difficult that if care is not taken, it will be a very difficult thing. It will be so challenging.
Okay, so Grace, what are the challenges that career women face?
Okay, there are a lot of them, like she has mentioned, but I'm going to focus on that minute one, which everyone neglects. I think self-care and mental health. So these career women, they are so invested in their jobs, they are so invested in their profession, they are so invested in their careers that they do not pay little attention to their mental health. They do not pay attention to their self-care. Self-care is not just about cream and lotion. Self-care includes the food they eat, the things they read, the places they go to, what they drink. So a lot of them are so interested in maybe skincare and clothing to look good, but what about their mind? What is going on inside there? So it's a challenge for them. A lot of them neglect these mental health to focus on what they are chasing. At the end of the day, they will become so exhausted. They cannot even focus on one thing at a time, and you find out that another area of their life is lacking. Like they can't build this and build this because they are not paying close attention to that particular side of them which requires attention. Another one, like she mentioned, is family relationships. Like they find it very difficult to hold on to close relationships because they think they are so busy. They think they are so busy chasing something. They think they are so busy chasing their profession and their careers, and they neglect their family relationships. And a lot of them in their families will now be using them as an example. This one, that if you call her, she will be busy. If you call for a family meeting, she's busy. If you call for a family meeting, she's this place, she's that place, she's catching flights, she's going to different meetings at the same time. So this is actually a challenge. It's not a good thing to neglect family relationship. It's not a good thing to neglect family relationships. So I think it's another challenge that this career will focus on their relationships.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So, is it possible to have, a career woman who, despite all these challenges, also can take care of the home, balancing life and work? It's not just for the married woman, even for the single ladies too. Because you find out that you're busy building your career, busy building your career, you're going to the office, and then even men are scared of you because they're like, are you sure that your work will give you that kind of time to actually, take care of me? Not really like taking care of me, giving me money, but at least there are things that, the home needs, the man needs. He needs attention from his woman, he needs attention from his wife. So so this is not just about married women. You say, a single lady may say, it's a married woman. Thank God I'm single. Even if you're single, you're going to be married someday. And even if you're single, you should have a relationship that should be leading to marriage. So it's not just about single women, mothers, and all of that. It's for every woman. So is it possible to have a woman who is balanced?
Yeah, before I say this, I want to say, you have already said it, but let me also emphasize a little on that.
Okay.
When we talk about woman, we are talking about both married and single.
Yeah.
So we are all women.
Yes.
So we should have that in mind. But before I answer, I'll give some, examples here. I want to give an illustration or what happened to me the day I traveled to Ebonyi State to buy a school form for my daughter.
Okay.
When I got to that place around a few minutes to 4 p.m. So when I entered the woman's office, she banged the door and said, no, madam, this is 4 p.m. and my child is still in school. I can never attend to you. The first thing I have to do now is to go and pick my son from school and nothing else. Nothing anybody will tell me that I will listen. Go. Tomorrow come back. I was pleading, madam. I relaxed because I understand the state of her mind at that particular time. Having been in the office and the child is in school after 4 already.
And nothing she does there would...
Yes, she won't concentrate anymore. She might even make a mistake. You understand? She might give me another thing that is not what I came for. So I relaxed a little while and stood. A girl walked up to me and said, madam, what do you really want? I told her. She said, okay, relax. Let me get the whole thing you need. The woman closed the door and left, to pick her. So you can balance. You can see that I just gave that illustration now just to tell you that there are some career women that can balance their career and also build their homes. What do you have to do? In that case, you have to follow your timetable routinely. She knows very well that by 4 o'clock, I will leave this office a little while to bring my child back from school. She might bring that child and keep the child in the office, and then during close times, she will go with the child. So you have to follow your routine timetable and then set boundaries where they are needed. This is what I have to do at this particular time. Work time is work time. After work time, what else Is it going home to do one or two? Is it school run? You have to know. Not when you are supposed to go for school run, you are standing with a colleague, you are discussing issues that are not too relevant. Are you getting me? So the issues that will not help you. You are standing there, you are telling stories, you are clapping your hand, laughing. When you need to go home and do one or two, the problem we are having is that we are not setting these times the way they should be. So if we can use our timetable, our schedule very well, why not? We can combine our career with our home building. We can make a good wife, we can make a good mother, we can make our home comfortable, even as we are embarking on that our career, even as we are pursuing that our goal. Are you getting me? So another thing is you have to simplify your task, your responsibilities. This is, which means doing the most important, not doing things that are not important first. Now you need to go and get your foodstuffs and keep. As a career woman, you are monthly earner, your salaries comes every month. What and what do I need? My husband, this is what we need in the house, so that it will be easier for me. When I come back, I will not start running up and down. I don't need to start, oh, let me go and buy this, oh, let me go and buy beans, oh, let me go and, are you getting it? You prioritize your everything. You harmonize yourself, organize yourself. Once you get yourself organized, you will see that these things will be so easy for you. You do the most important first. Don't do the things that are not relevant. Like you've closed from work, you have to come home and cook. You are there in somebody, you stopped over to somebody's shop. You branch somewhere to tell stories. Maker, did you hear what happened? Hey. Before you will get to the house, it's almost to 6. Are you getting me? So these are things we need to do. It is possible that we will be career women and also home builders.
Okay, so when it comes to the office, how can you actually create balance in the office? Because you're talking about the home now. How do you create balance in the office? Because there are people who bring their work to the house, and there are people who take their home to the office.
Yeah, when you get to the office, you know which one is important for the week. Like if you are in the office where you test statistics, you balance records and all that, you know what to do when you get to the office in the morning. It's really unfortunate that sometimes when you get to the office, you see people discussing issues instead of working. You understand? There are some way of talking.
Some people left the chat.
Yeah, they so they are not doing anything. But if you know what you are doing, you have to do the ones you are supposed to do that day. Every day has what you are supposed to do in the office.
The daily task.
Yes, the daily task, the responsibility in the office. Oh, when I get to the office this morning, the first thing I will do is to balance my records. You keep on balancing records for that.
Everything is time management.
Time management. That's why I said it here. You manage your time. Use your time judiciously. You see yourself being free. You will be free from all this mental, emotional, and all these traumatic things that happen that is associated with career and home building.
Okay, so great.
It's okay. I believe women can balance both. Like you said, both single women and married women, but I'll be talking from the angle of a single woman.
Okay.
Because I am one. So I think what we need to balance this career is careful planning. Once you get it right with your planning, every other thing falls in place. Like if you are a salary earner, you get paid just like she said. You structure how you're going to spend your salary. You make sure that there is food stuff in your house, because anyone who does not eat good food does not function well. So you make sure that food is available for you. Then you don't waste time. We waste so much time here in Nigeria. You don't waste time. There are people who will come back. It is time for rest. Like me, there is something I call rest time. I rest on Saturdays from 1 a.m. to 4. There is nothing will tell me that it will affect my productivity. If I don't take that rest, my head will be just doing it. I won't even function well. Anything you tell me to do, I won't do it. Because I've been structuring myself to focus on how I will make sure I become a productive human being. So with careful planning, I believe everyone who wants to focus on career, your rest is important. Don't say, if I don't do this now, nobody. Rest. Plan yourself. Put it that you make sure that good food is available for you. Rest. time is available for you. Then you fix up activities, like you are not going to be something they call a baza. Once someone calls you, can you come out? I'm available. Can you come out? I'm available. Not that those things you are going out for are relevant for you. There are things that will waste more of your time. But because you want to belong, you want to feel among as a young single woman, then you bounce it. No, you have to check your timetable. Is this important? Can I function well attending to this? Can I also go out today and come in and still function properly? You check those things. Then another thing that a lot of people miss is support from family and friends. This is another part we neglect. A lot of people think they are islands. They can function like a robot. No, that's not how life is structured. If you have people who can give you support, you can talk to them. If you have any problem that you think they can help you and solve, you can talk to them. Don't try to carry everything on your head. You won't balance these things if you carry it on your head. If there is something you need them to support you with, it might not really be money, but you need their support. Just speak to them. They can be willing to help. You won't judge them without even talking to them. So you have to talk to them first to know if they will be willing to help you. So I think with careful planning, time management, and then getting support, women, both single and married, can balance this career woman and building their lives, their personal lives in one place. Thank you.
Okay, Sabine, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. I can see your comment right here. Thank you. Why do you think most women don't really see? It's very easy to say, "Oh, plan your time, manage your time, manage it," and then let's not forget that some things may crop up. Okay, life happens. You don't, even with all your planning, some things will just pop up, and it's so urgent. It's so urgent that you cannot even like, oh, okay, fine. Now, why do you think some women don't really get this? Is it that they overlook the importance of time management, or they're not just conscious of it? Because I've seen women automatically break down. Sometimes we don't understand or know that all these things we do have a way of affecting our mental health. Even sometimes you have this headache, you don't know where this headache is coming from, but it's just there. And you keep taking drugs, but the drug is not even helping. Till maybe, let's say, you take out some hours to really rest. Even while some people are resting, their mind is still in the office. They are half asleep. This mind is however you program your mind, that's how it's going to work. So people, they're resting, but their mind is elsewhere. Their mind is wondering, oh, my file, I'm not even done this. So, see, why is it that some women don't really get this? And then the consequences of not really balancing life and, family, the life and family. And we're going to also be discussing how can spouses, you said something, some men are not helping. They're not helping. You see that you come back home late, the woman is very tired, and you still expect the woman to go in by that time. I'm not saying the woman should not cook, but at least, let's say maybe the food in the refrigerator has finished or is no more there. How can men come into the picture? Because we are help me to not understand, but make happy know that before her time, because she is a helper. You get. Even helper needs to be helped too.
Yeah, sure.
So, but now why is it that some women don't really get this right? Who is to blame for this? Is it the woman, the society, or what?
I will not start apportioning blames to anybody anyway. One of the problems is ignorance.
Okay.
When you are ignorant of a particular thing, you will not do well. Women should know how and what to do to balance these two things. Sometimes another thing is when the working environment is not conducive, you cannot have rest. Like you mentioned, someone is in the house resting, your mind is still in the office. Let me use this place as an instance now. If you don't have an enabling or conducive environment for work, you will not balance anything. You understand? When you are
sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
So we're also going to be talking about the rules of offices too, and employers too.
Okay.
in supporting these women?
Yeah, that's where I'm going now. When the employer is not giving you the enabling ground to relax, and you know that when the mind is not relaxed, the mind will not do anything. You cannot fathom anything. So there will be this chaos in your life. Even coming home, you will be there in the office while you are at home. Are you getting it? No, that's true. So we need to, the employers should help women knowing fully well that these women that are working, they have other responsibilities. Their husbands are waiting, their children are waiting. The single ladies, maybe they're living with their parents, their parents are waiting for them to do one or two. Grace is not yet back. Why? Don't Grace know that she will fetch water? Don't Grace know that it's her turn this week to cook? I know when we were coming up, there is a roaster in the kitchen who cooks
What and
and when to do that. So these things are responsibilities of the women, but the women on their part should know how to manage this thing. You know, God has given us this ability to handle, you know, to multitask and all these things. So we have to know how to manage this thing. No matter what happens, no matter the pressure, be where you are. Let the state of your mind be there. Somebody calls on the phone, hey G, where are you? You didn't do this in the office. I say, oh sorry. First thing in the morning, that's what I would do. I'm already in the house. Are you getting me? So don't say
boundaries.
Yes, set boundaries. Don't say, oh hey, honey, please, I'm sorry. They have told me. Let me go back to the office now. I forgot to do this thing. Are you, even if you are the employer is a Margaret Thatcher, say, oh sir, ma, I'm sorry, I'm already at home, but first thing in the morning, believe me, that's what. So you have to let your mind, your mental health be stable to manage this thing.
But then will your mental, will your mind really be there, because your mind is in the office?
That's why I'm
first thing in the morning, because you're already like,
no, you said first thing in the morning, but you have to bet. You have to take your children to school, then get there to do the work. Are you getting it?
What of cases of, what of extreme cases where you know that you're being threatened, if you don't really do this, you're going to be fired
at that particular moment? Well,
some jobs can be so demanding.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said the employers of labor should help women, married, single, knowing that they have a lot of responsibilities. And I know that responsible employers treat married, single women, treat women entirely.
No, they treat married women separately, because the single women don't have anything.
You don't have children. You don't have. Where are you going? What are you going home
to? A single girl also has.
Yes, are you getting it? I know a situation where a secretary stays in the office until Oga closes. And if Oga closes by 8, that's when she goes home. Are you getting me? So when we should,
I trust me, that kind of position will go for a single, go to a single lady.
Yes. So when will she cook? When will she prepare for the next morning duty? So employers of labor are at the center. They are at the center stage of this whole thing. So they should make the environment enabling. Then women entirely should organize their mindset. Organize yourself.
Okay, so Grace.
All right, I think why women struggle to get this balance is setting unrealistic standards for themselves, higher expectations. Like, you already have a job, let's say 1 or 2, then you see another job, you know that it will advance your career. You also take it and add to the ones you're already doing, giving yourself these higher expectations that you think you can do this one, do the second one, and still do the third one.
The economy is not smiling.
It is struggle for them, and whenever they take up all these job roles, they are not productive. One part of the job suffers. Another one is when this woman does not know her breaking point. You should know when you're tired. Don't wait for you to fall and faint and they will take you to a hospital before you know that you've reached your limits. Every human being generally should know their breaking point. So I think why they are struggling to balance this is, first of all, they set unrealistic standards for themselves, because I want to be a career woman. I will have to. No, that's not how to
promotion.
do it.
I want to work.
You don't need to. What if you break down and die before that promotion time? Health is actually wealth, and we take it for granted. Then, if they don't know their breaking point, you don't know that you're not supposed to. Like you mentioned, there's this headache that comes to someone's head when you're already stressed out. So, if as a woman, a career woman, you start getting those signs and you still don't want to listen to your body system, you will definitely break down. If you like, take Panadol Extra, one sachet of it, and then pretend that you are working, you're a workaholic, I will have to deliver this. You will not be productive. So women should balance these things. They should focus on those things they can do and get a higher result. Like, if you know you can take 2 job roles and do it actively, then and get the required result at the end of the day, it will not make you less of a career woman. There is no point taking the 3rd one. I know the economy is kind of harsh, but mental health.
But
and
you know,
your
there's
physical
some women
health.
are breadwinners in their home.
I understand. It's also a disadvantage to them. They think they are working really hard. They are struggling. Maybe the time for them to eat the fruit of their labor, they will break down. They are human beings. They are not robots. So we should factor these things into what we are doing. We should factor it in our everyday activity. Know your breaking point, and then stop setting unrealistic standards for yourself as a woman. Thank you.
Okay.
The consequences.
Okay,
you
no,
have.
we'll get to that. Let's go to the market. Let's pay some bills. When we come back, Ladies Talking Tuesday will be back. Don't go anywhere. We shall also be opening the phone lines for you to be a part of the discussion. We're live on Facebook, www.facebook.com/magicfm.ng. I am Ruth Ohams, your radio homegirl.
But we call it Ladies Talking. Welcome to Feminine, the word of lifestyle, entertainment, relationship, beauty, fashion, family and home care, plus exciting interviews. You name it! Tune in 1 p.m. every Tuesday. It's a woman's word indeed. Feminine. It's Ladies Talking.
Ew, this.
Your start taken by the governor, Alex Oti, to clear pension arrears has no doubt ensured that Abia pensions can now have quality life and finally get the peace of mind they truly deserve. The government promised all pensions to raise our senior citizens. What a laudable gesture. Remember also, the state government pension contributory scheme for civil servants in the state. The ball is now in your hands to reciprocate the government's effort by showing truancy commitments to work, especially as civil servants. Let us come together and support the government of Dr. Alex Oti and see a new Abia emerge.
This message was brought to you by the Abia State Orientation Agency under the able leadership of the Director General, D.K. Wongbo.
Don't just take my enjoyment for it. Get the improved Amstel Malta and taste it yourself. Amstel Malta, be your best. As soon as we hear any competition.
Well, we call it ladies talking. Welcome to Feminine, the word of lifestyle, entertainment, relationship, beauty, fashion, family, and home care, plus exciting interviews. You name it. Tune in 1 p.m. every Tuesday. It's a woman's word indeed. Feminine, it's ladies talking Tuesday. Welcome to Feminine, the word of lifestyle.
All right, welcome back. It's still Feminic Ladies Talking Tuesday on Magic 102.9 FM. And I am Ruth Ohams, a radio home girl. Ladies Talking Tuesday comes away every Tuesday from 1 o'clock until the hour of 2 on your Magic Station 102.9 FM. Okay, we've been talking about how women can balance family and career. Can a woman be a successful career woman? I mean, she is on top of her game. She is admired by all young girls are looking up to her. Or someday I would love to be like this woman. Can they be that kind of woman and still be able to manage the home? To be able to give her husband attention. To be able to give her children attention. To be able to do her job, the house chores, keep the home together. The Bible says the woman is the homemaker, right? Yeah, Proverbs 31, she goes, the woman, the Bible also balances the woman being a career woman and still being the woman out because she goes out to work, she has work with her hands, and she still, tries to make things happen in the home. Okay, so what are the consequences of, the woman? Maybe she is successful in her job at what she does, and yet there's a lacuna at home. Or she's that very good wife, wonderful wife to her husband, yet when you come to a performance, you want to rate her performance at the office, you now say, ever since this woman got married, she used to perform very well when she was single, but now, as soon as she just got married, are you sure, those kind of, talks start coming in? Yeah. So the consequences of that woman not really balancing it. Feel free to call our phone lines, to the phone line 0907 677 1029, 0916 988 1029, and 0809 666 1029. Those are the numbers to call to be a part of the show. And also for the men listening, what do you think are the roles of men? Okay, what roles can men play in supporting their partner? Sometimes a successful married woman actually needs a boost. Show me a successful married woman, and I will tell you a man who supports her. Yeah, whether emotionally, financially, otherwise, you must see a man who is always pushing her. Even days that she is down, day she doesn't feel like moving or going on anymore, day she's exhausted, frustrated, the man says, hey honey, this is not what I know you for. He's always there to add that. He's always like her booster. Whenever she sees him, she has the strength to move on, to carry on, to move to the next level. That's why I see some women when they're single, they're not doing much, but once they get married, it seems like everything is just moving. Like while then there are others, while when they were single, they were doing very well. But as soon as they got married, everything down the drain. So consequences. Before we get to the calls, I'll start with you, Maglory.
All right. Such woman will be exhausted. There will be emotional distance.
Okay.
She will be emotionally distanced from her children, from whatever that she's doing in the society that is apart from the work. There will be increased stress and the mental health difficulties. There will be low confidence, job dissatisfaction, and all these put together. There will be involvement in workplace violence. You see that person, being harsh even at home, nagging and being stressful. Mommy, please, what you don't ask me, don't that kind. And in the office, somebody comes and say, gee, please give me the report of so that happened the other day. I'll say, and why are you asking me? Can't you see I'm busy? Yeah, please let that kind. So there will be this imbalance in emotion, and this can bring decline in productivity. both at home, at workplace, but there'll be no productivity. Your mind is not there. So you are not together. So how can you be productive? So these are the consequences.
And at some point, you just feel like
Yes.
moving away, walking away from
Lock the
everyone.
office. Lock the office and go. Sometimes it happens to everybody.
Even the home you're going to.
Yes.
Is there really peace for you in the home?
Somebody is waiting to ask you, why is there no food in the house? So you
Sometimes some people don't understand that women need peace too.
yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
The belief, Ruth, is that God has really given us this shock absorber. God
Thick
created,
skin.
yes, He created us with this agility, ability. Even when we are not physically, when you look at us physically, we don't have this agility.
Yeah,
but
emotionally,
inwardly, is there. God has given us this strength.
But when the woman breaks down,
it's
not
a
really funny.
problem.
It's not really funny at all.
It's a problem.
I don't want to be on her bad side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Grace.
Okay, I think one of the consequences is neglected self-care. These women that are not balancing these things, they, like I said initially, they neglect this part of themselves, the engine house that helps them to function very well. You will notice that if someone at work, I'll tell them, it's like you're slimming down. What is wrong with you? They are too focused in that thing they are chasing that they tend to neglect the other parts of their. So another one is you don't get the desired results. Like I mentioned, you want to be here and be here and be here. At the same time, you will not get the desired results you're looking. Let's just say you're looking out for 100% results here, 100%. You're not getting 100% result because you're not functioning very well. So that's a consequence. Another one is missing out on opportunities. I think this one is specifically for married women. Their child's graduation. They're always missing out on graduations, visiting days. They don't even know when their daughter, sorry to say, starts menstruating. They are so interested and invested in that thing they are pursuing. That career is their line of interest, and this brings us to strained relationship. You will see if their husband is someone who is homely, the man will start saying, this job is demanding, this task is demanding, see the children. They don't even see you when they wake up. Before they wake up, you have vanished. So before they wake up, you have vanished. They
And
are
before
just
they go to
food.
bed,
You are not even back. So
after they you now appear, I mean, like, oh my God.
yeah, they've all gone to bed and you're not going to wake them up. Very early in the morning, you make their breakfast, drop for them and run away. So it becomes an issue for the children. There will be no relation.
Bond.
Even weekends that you should spend with them, another task is calling your name somewhere else. So I think women should actually learn to balance this thing. Or they can actually bring balance by staying away from those things that will drag them back from their career or whatever, because a lot of them comes back late in the night.
I don't you like I'm so honest.
Yeah, it's an issue for them, but these are little things we do not consider, except you have a supportive partner.
Okay, just hold on. Okay. Hello, good afternoon to you. Yeah, welcome. Your name and where you're calling us from. Okay, Mr. Chris. All right, Mr. Chris, welcome to the program. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I want to touch the aspect you said how men should come in.
Okay, thank you so much, please.
Okay. I think first of all, when a couple, their expectations should be in line. You know, they should have a concise expectation or a concise expectation.
Okay.
Like your guest said, expectations shouldn't be so high. Because so much expectations from yourself, it's a long way home. So, men as well shouldn't.
And if not too God people, they make their paper. Not even we are supposed to enjoy for life now. Children come they collect money, they carry the money for one
Okay. Yeah. Mara, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, Grace, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was saying something before the first caller, and he also mentioned it. A lot of these women, they face consequences because they lack support. they do not have people who support them. They just think they can carry everything on their head, just like that.
Jesus Christ.
They think they are magicians.
Mm.
They do not have supportive partners. They do not have supportive family. Just like a single lady, you will find out that the family she came from is quite demanding. They don't care to know where she gets from. They don't care to know how she's living.
It's always give me,
They don't care.
give me,
It's
give
just,
me, give me.
The father will call. You will see her providing for the father that should be in the position to provide for her. The father will call. The mother will call. I saw someone paying for WAEC for the siblings. Like, how are you managing? You have not even.
I
You
think
are not
it's an
standing on
African
your
stuff
feet.
that the elder
Yeah,
kids.
it's black that, but then it's too demand, and it makes these women to fix in themselves, just like I said, trying to take up job roles that they cannot even carry because they are trying to meet up with expectations from their family. So if the family can support for the single women, then the married ones, their family, to them, their husbands, your wives needs your support. I am begging you publicly. They might not tell you because they do not want you to feel that they are overriding you.
Okay.
So I think that you should focus more on your marriage. Pay attention to your wives. If there is something they want to achieve, you can help them. Thank you very much.
Okay, before we round off, my glory, briefly, just some seconds.
All right. She has said something. Building a support system, agreeing with your wife, your husband, your children. You know, we have talked about setting boundaries between work and personal life to prevent one from taking over the other. Don't let the time of work take over the time of the family. You know, you have to try and balance, establish a schedule that allows you to focus on work during specific hours, and then dedicate time to your family. Most importantly, you have to dedicate time to your family.
All right, thank you so much, Great Cliff. Thank you so much, Mrs. Gloria Oloma Chukichuka. I'm Ruth Ohams, the Radio Home Girl. Have yourselves a beautiful, wonderful day. Stay tuned for Afternoon Drive. Bye-bye.
Thank you. There you go.
I'm going to see you. Thank you. Did you go read comments on Facebook?
Fine.
I mean, man, can't hijack what they get. See what I get married there. See what they do. Get it?
Use marriage as escape route.
No, because now if you say, you're not married, that's what they tell you. You're not married. But that's the truth.
If God, the prayer is God, give me an understanding and supportive husband.
People
Just
that get
make it
supportive
your prayer.
husband,
They don't even know what they don't even know what they are. I'm telling you
My
the
husband
truth.
will always tell me, my wife has gone to work. I beg. You understand? He gives me maximum. He even bought a car and said, "You joke on about it, so that you can have a lot of horses." So it really feels
Because I'm telling you, because you need them double stress. So
you get
all these Anambra men, Anambra men, nobody.
you get
Amen. Amen. No, before. Right, take care. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, guys. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for joining my live session. Thank you. Like I said on Sunday, we'll be doing this every Tuesday and Sunday. Apart from singing, I am also a show host on radio. I talk on radio, and I also sing. So I'm just like, it's basically what I do, because I see some people who send me some messages. Oh, Ruth, what do you do? What exactly do you do? Yes, this is what I do. Apart from, singing, worshiping, which is my first calling, I'm always happy, discussing issues that can help families, help homes, help women, help the society. So thank you so much for being on my live feed. I'll see you once again. Saturday is my birthday. It's back, like I told you. So stay tuned and glued to this space. because we have got amazing soul lifting songs. Amazing soul lifting songs. We'll be so happy that you visited my channel. Please support me. I need your support. God bless you. Have a wonderful new week. June is your month of testimonies, your month of blessings, your month of breakthrough. May the Lord actually make a name for himself. May the Lord show himself mighty and strong in that situation that seems to be weighing you down, giving you sleepless night. God bless you. God bless you. I've got to let you go. I've got to focus on work right now. But let's do this on Sunday. But before then, I've got a beautiful, amazing live worship song to share with you. Please support me. Let's worship God together. Bye-bye.